And it appears we are good and ready to go. Hello, everyone. Ragamune here, along with the Grand Wizard No Legs. Bow before his glory in doing a lot of things, even though that's not a Max Forged hat. Shut up. Okay, I couldn't find everything. Anyways, I'm here to show you today. This entire part will be dedicated to pretty much the data bunker. I'm not going to fight everything. I'm just going to get that out of the way right now. But what I will be showing off in terms of that, I have caught everything in this damn place by that little pretext. So I'm going to go through the bestiary of sorts. I'm going to open each of these chests as we go along here to show you what kind of rewards you get. I haven't downed everything on Epic. I can down these two. I downed these two on Epic. I tried doing everything else. I'm still working on strats for that, unfortunately. But I decided, you know what? Instead of just suffering for 12 hours trying to figure out and get the perfect pools, I figure, what the hell? Wait a minute, is that? Oh, there's a secret here. There's a secret here. There has to be. Yeah, gimme. Who hides a donut in the filing cabinet? Ah, ha, ha, ha. Anyways, before I was rudely interrupted, I didn't even think of that. Jeez. Oh, and there's one over there, too. Is there? No. Okay. I'm hallucinating. Anyways, let's get the show on the road. Info, bestiary. Please let me see if there's everything here. Yeah, everything is nice and sorted, too, for my convenience. Perfect. So, let's get things started. All of the music you will be hearing today is, of course, composed by the lovely Phyrnna. So go check out her stuff and go buy her songs. They're amazing. And if you want these songs on Steam, you totally can buy them. EBF3 and 4 is free. EBF5, I think it runs you about $10. It's some kind of value. It's like I think they charge no more than 10 for these. But they also put a price tag on the Bullet Heaven 1 and 2 soundtracks. Unfortunately, I'm kind of ashamed I never got it. Anyways, furry slime, very simple, very easy. These EBF1 enemies don't check they don't check accuracy, they don't check evasion. Everything hits. But everything doesn't really have elemental weaknesses, you can see. Brother, it's been too long. As your first boss, and yes, this is 0 difficulty you're seeing the health at, so of course it's going to be a lot higher. A mysterious, poorly drawn I know who that is. You cannot tell me that is not No Legs. Anyways, before I was rudely interrupted by my own self. Yeah, King Slime's pretty simple. He just attacks with a standard... I think all of the attacks are considered non-elemental, too. So, there you go. If they're considered bomb, even better. But you can poison him, you can siphon him, you can dispel him. And as you can see, everything pretty much has the same usual... debuff resistance. So if you want to catch these things, you pretty much need to play with debuffs. And you can stick poison and virus and siphon to make it work. Next song. And I'm also going off of what song you will hear in the background. Don't believe me? Yeah, you will hear these songs in the background as well. So that's why I'm using a little lovely, playlist generator of mine. Anyways, let's continue on. Where is it? Bestiary number 2. Alright, Haunted Tree. This is where they start having elemental resistances and whatnot go into play. And it pretty much makes sense. Now these things are weak to fire. They can be statused up nice and easy. Should be no trouble at all catching these. The eyeball. The eyeball has a non-LE property, and the ice weakness. You can do the same things as before, pretty much note for note. And then we have Natalie's favorite enemy. And yes, if you play with none of these sensors, like all the options unticked, you do not see the uncensored box. You actually see the full attack in all of its glory. But don't worry, it's nothing actually that. It's way less anything. It's literally just the tentacles going up and down over the spread. It's pretty funny to think that that's all that we had to hide all these years. And no, unlike EBF4, he is not susceptible to instant death. Damn it. That's because he comes from 2. But yeah, good stuff. Really good stuff. And those are the one-player minigames, by the way. Up here. Come on, mouse cursor. Mouse cursor! Can I just go and get it from back there? No, I have to actually leave now. Mouse controls! Love you so much. Come on, bestiary. Man, listen to me just finagle about like an idiot. Anyways, Rock Eaters, this is where it starts getting a little bit trickier. You remember these lovely turtles from EBF3? You fight the rock, and you fight the fire and ice variants, more or less. And that's the theme of the particular third kiosk, is that fire, ice, same resistance, virtually the same resistances. Weak to two, both weak to earth, and of course, the usual siphon bubble and all that stuff. This boss here, the Giga Golem, pretty simple to kill off because he'll change his weakness every couple of turns from fire and bomb to ice and water. If I dare say, it's kind of similar to the Jotun sisters fight, Sol and Scotty. Almost note for note. You only have one enemy and way less turns to worry about. He can be a bit strong-armed, but he's nothing too spectacular. And then the fourth kiosk, you actually have a really fun fight with the old bees. You remember these. Only this thing's called a moth now for some reason. I remember these designs from 3 and 4. Really fun. They have the exact resistances and whatnot you'd expect up there. Actually, the exact same. One's a healer, one's more, nah. And then, of course, you fight the sandworm and its tail. Same resistances and whatnot. Strangely enough, I'd say one of the best ways of getting him caught is to stack a load of virus and poison. Because Lance, as you know, has the virus and poison stuff that he can easily hit 200% over. If you choose to use Matt as well, he can also provide poison, as his Unleash has a 200% chance of applying it, meaning he can't dodge this. The tail is uncatchable. The tail here is uncatchable, but you also want to kill it in the same way. Okay? Okay. Now we're back to the wings, because we have these gunslingers. I remember these gunslingers. They're fun. But, yeah, very simple resistances. Very simple resistances. One's melee, one's ranged. All there is to it. And then you have the pumpkin boss here, Jack. You remember this guy. Or, to better quote Lance here, machine gun nipples. No, really, that's one of his quotes. They actually do, when you do fight these things the first time, which sadly I won't be able to show off here, they actually do quote a lot of what they said back then. Like, note for note, word for word. Fire and bomb, attacks with fire and bomb can do a few things here. Really easy to kill, though, and I mean really easy, despite having the status weaknesses. I don't think statuses were properly introduced until... And you have your clays as well. I love the clays in this game, as when they're caught, they have some of the most devastating effects for your side, and it's beautiful. Red's weak to bomb, ice, and water. Blue is weak to fire and bomb. There's darkness, best one of the 4, bar none. Fight me. And light clay is your goddamn healer. Okay, where the hell's Matt? There he is. I will show off one of these, if only because, well, let's just say, if I didn't show this guy off in a battle, I'd probably be prosecuted to the fullest extent of my own standards. So let's do a 0 speed. I love how I buffed. Oh god, I'm so good at this game, guys. It's okay, I got this. Let's see, skill. What do we want here? Screw it, we'll go haste. I know, but you could fight every one of them and show us like this. Well, I don't have that much time, but this is the best one to fight, so sorry. But yeah, as this is a 3-player minigame, no backup. Very important what you decide to take in here. Because whatever's on No Legs and Anna pretty much is, well, it is what it is. I like how my CPU usage is now spiked up to 91 for some reason, when it doesn't take that much. Alright, let's see here. Let's toss you... not that one. Toss you this one. Yeah, we'll go ahead and bomb. And let's see, what else can we hit you guys with? Ah, good, you're all weak to water. Makes it so much easier. Now, who the hell did I want to show off? You! I swear to God. How many times do we have to kill this goddamn boss since 3? I hate fighting this thing. I hate fighting this thing so much. Good, Lance has his limit. Kill him! Kill him! Kill him! Look at that damage. Seriously, 0 speedrun. That's beautiful. Oh, thank God, we don't have to deal with this guy anymore. Get out! Get out, you stupid mechanical spider! I never want to see you again. If EBF6 ever comes out, I never want to see your ass again. Matt, I'm begging you, retire that boss. Or keep him in and torment me more. Yeah, they absorb dark. Oh, for the love of... Matt, can you please get rid of this thing? Thank you! These also makes for some really good farms, too, by the way. And I mean really good farms. Anyways, yeah, where the hell were we? Alright, our bestiary. And there we are. Yeah, this bastard here. So yeah. Alright, goofy moment aside here. Bomb, water, darkness, he's weak to it. He fights exactly how you expect him to fight. Will charge his laser, the laser can dispel, so you go into that fight with dispel resistances, and there you go. What, I am required by law to fight this thing. And then we have, well, if this flower doesn't tip you off, we are going to have a fun time with Phyrnna. They're all weak to... this one's the only one that's not weak to fire. Everything else that you fight in the 4th batch pretty much is weak to fire. They're also all weak to poison, aside from Phyrnna, who isn't. But it all leads up to the Rafflesia, that disgusting plant. You fight it note for note the same you did in EBF4. Watch its buffs. Make sure that the ads are taken care of. It will summon an ad every single turn. So make sure you can deal with the ads with AoEs and whatnot. Or just take a turn and single target them down. Do be careful, it absorbs poison, so you can't really use the poison virus strat, but Fire Spin works very well if you're trying to keep a debuff of sort on him. Very susceptible, and as you can see here, now you have a lot more options to play with. So you can stick weak and tired on it, stick curse, and just debuff it to hell. But look at the resistances. You can only get a 30% debuff down on it, which is unfortunate. And we cap it off with these 2 crystals that you remember from EBF4 being part of the Godcat fight. But no, you don't fight either Godcat. Instead, you fight the Praetorian. And this guy is honestly... he's honestly the hardest of these bosses in here. And that's all because he can buff himself, he can damage your max HP, and I mean that literally. He can buff your max HP with just his basic attacks. And he does not go down easy, let me tell you. Your best bet is to weak and tired, curse him, and then if he does do some form of buff to himself, you get that dispelled ASAP. Anna, I would say, is a near must for this fight, just because you can do so much work to him. And if you choose the wind-based strat, you can keep him light on his feet and just pretty much toss him around with wind DPS. It's kind of fun. But outside of that, nothing left to go. No, that's pretty much all that she wrote for that. And yes, I will credit all of those songs in the description. They're all by Phyrnna, first off. Anyways, down below here, you have the two boss rushes. So you will fight all of the bosses on the two-player side, all bosses here. On the three-player side, all bosses here. Now, let's get into the real meat of why the hell we're even down here in the first place. The rewards. You get a card and a... it's the companion cube. I like this. Fully heals and buffs HP when players revive 50% of max level. Cool. The Scottish cap. So yeah, this is the whole reason I decided I needed to do this instead of just leave it to the wayside, because there's actual gear in here. And I mean actual gear. Boost the damage of summons by 3%. This is pretty good. And the hat gives Bless. I don't know what it does at max rank, but there you go. That's the one-player rewards. There's your kawaii cat ears. Now you too can cosplay No Legs, along with more damage. Oh, and some bread, because bread's apparently a thing. Get the dog tags flare. Another card. Some more grapes. This one's interesting. Simply because the three of the flares in the game they exploit death. So once you're revived, of course, you're going to be buffed. This one increases attack and magic attack by 80%. I don't know if you're wearing buff armor, the stuff that increases your stuff percentage-wise, if you get those effects as well, if they're amplified. Anyways, 3 players. For 3-player, you get the Chibi Robot, Nanomachines. This is actually a really nice one to have. As you can see here, it cuts skill cooldowns down, which is... You like how Lance has... You like how Lance's airstrike has 3 cooldown instead of 1 like the Discord wants? Well, I think this is the most you're going to get compromise-wise. Anything that has a high cooldown, you stick this on them and make it less. And for beating my nemesis over there, a card, and we get Meow Meow. You guys remember that? Well, he actually is a pretty good niche for a badge, because he makes Unleashes activate much more often. That's more useful than you think. Because it's extra damage. The chopper. Some bacon. And even more summon damage. I swear to God, there's just nothing but summon damage in these things. There's a chainsaw gun. Unfortunately, it is devoid of instant death, but it's Lance's statistically strongest physical DPS gun. There we go. You also get a robot, which is even more summon damage. Giggle, giggle. And for beating the boss rushes down here, what do you get? First, this flare. It's an interesting one to say the least. Personally, I don't know if there's any way to really use it. But if you decide you just do absolutely nothing for a turn, you get haste on your very next turn, which isn't terrible. Because you do get to go twice, just, you know. I mean, I guess you could find some use for it, and it does give, admittedly, some decent resistances. Hey, look, Game Boys. Or Game Childs, excuse me, copyright. And here we get... Oh, you cannot tell me what this is. Fucking T-spins. But the Tetramino, to put it bluntly, it's a 10% chance to basically avoid damage, because you only get dealt 4. I wouldn't call it that great, because more often than not, you're going to get hit for a 9 rather than a 4, if there's a damage cap of some sort. But there we go. That's all of the flare. That's all the flares and equipment that's in there. Let's move on. And yes, I did make a file beforehand showing, like, the before and after. I have to go kill him because there's a chest I can finally reach. So I'll probably take care of that after we take care of this. Alright, the single-player arena. And I'm going to use, what am I doing? Why do I have box mat? Give me Grand Wizard No Legs. Thank you. So the way that the arena works, you're by yourself. You only have the equipment that's on your back and whatever is not being worn by other members of the party. I would like a fix where you can equip everything. because it kind of limits you on the way of male versus female gear, just because you're down 2 pieces of gear rather than down 1. Now, it's a nitpick if anything else. Anyways, each of these chests here has a card and roids pertaining to whoever is the guy that, well, beat the gauntlet. In this case, you can tell who's who. There's 1 chest for every single player. And there's you even get witty banter too whenever you complete while you're going through the gauntlets your first time, which is pretty funny. And all of these people here just so happen to be your prize handouts. Oh, I've been waiting to talk about this one. So when you beat all 5, you get 2 more chests that spawn on the sides here. The Juicy Beast and that 1 ring. I just want to go out on a limb and just... Where's the forge? Not that one. That one. You see this? You put this on, and you do not remove it the moment you get access to it. Why is that? SP regen. You can finally, and I mean finally, use summons way more often. It is by and large the #1 flare for me. I don't care who has to wear it. You put 1 of your flare slot. You dedicate 1 of your flare slots to that just because it lets you do haste way more. It's not that much SP per turn. It's like 4 or 5 a turn. But those 3 or 4 turns basically pay for themselves. In and of themselves rather easily. Anyways, with that out of the way, you'll notice all these people just so happen to have, well, as you can plainly see, they just so happen to have rewards for you. So for beating Matt's solo challenge, you get the Sharpen skill. And Sharpen is a very niche spell, and I mean a very niche spell, but it's a damn good one. Because it lets you extend buffs and debuffs, both on you and your opponent. So if you have turn-based debuffs like Brave, Good Luck, or you have debuffs on the enemy, say Stagger, Poison, Burn, Virus, you can basically use the Sharpen skill, and well, you can extend them. And the best part is that 1 item that we got, the Nano Machines, works with the Sharpen skill. So you can basically turn it into a 3 cooldown buff extender or debuff extender, and make it pay for itself. So it lets you pretty much never lose your buffs. Same goes with Weaken, Curse. It's just that good. So I can stick the grand old trio of Tired, Resistant. Let me think here. Tired, Weaken, and Resist. Tired, Weaken, and Curse. There we go. Tired, Weaken, Curse. And just go off and just keep it on the entire time. It's that great. So for Anna's, you get the Fairy Bomb skill, which is really good because it is your only source of AoE magic in the game. Hello. And for beating No Legs's, I love this one the best because it is a physical dark spell, meaning Matt or Anna, again, I won't judge, finally gets a physical source of dark damage. Not that it matters much at endgame, but still, it's a thought that counts. And bear in mind, you can get all of this the moment you enter Red Pine Town. Admittedly, Natalie has the most boring skill. Math. Seriously. Math? How are you going to attack things with math? It's non-elemental. It's adaptive damage. I'm going to call it adaptive because of damage based on highest stat. High accuracy, high crit rate, 2-turn cooldown. It's... and I mean, it's... What kind of sucks, though, is now you're starting to see just how weird everything is. I mean, 200 damage, 280 damage, excuse me. That's pretty good, but again, it's non-elemental, meaning you can't really go for weaknesses and the like. Kind of unfortunate, really. And then over here, going over the rules of the arena here. for beating Lance's. And Lance has one of the worst fights. He also has one of the worst skills. He unlocks you the Electron Gun, which is kind of cool, but it only has 150 stun, where I feel like to make this better, it should have had 200. Again, minor nitpick, but it works. I have every skill but one, and I have to figure out where that skill is off screen, but there you go. Alright, no, I know where that skill is. It's with the special guest Phyrnna. Oh, you guys beat the battle arena already? I heard that the protagonists were fighting here today, and I wanted to play some songs of encouragement for you. Quite literally. You're a little late, lady. Aren't you a stalker? Well, I hope you find this song useful anyways. It's a bit short, but it'll give you a boost in battle. Thanks, it sounds useful. But why do you look familiar? Oh, I just appear here and there sometimes. I'm sure we'll meet again. But that particular skill is a very damn good one. You know why? Well, let me upgrade it and I'll show you. In short, whoever is using this skill, use nanomachines. You get 5 turns of regenerate and it AoE buffs magic, which is pretty useful in and of itself. So yeah, support No Legs is now at peak strength. And I mean peak strength. Come here, you. I'll have to redo my skills up yet again later, but just know for the most part, No Legs is at the top of his game now. He can inflict Tired, and it can inflict Weaken. We can use Matt with the Curse Flare and Unleash to always inflict Curse, more or less. Where is that one skill? There it is. Pretty sure I'm missing limits, too. Okay, I have all the limits. So at this point, yeah, here you are. Let me just remove that real quick. Here you are. All of the skills in the game. All of the limits in the game. Yay! I'm going to go ahead and keep sharpened, because that's actually a really damn good skill. If you know how to use it right. And I will be doing my best to use up a lot of this stuff, too. So, when I figure out... Oh, and there's my holy DPS. Even worse so, like, high accuracy 1-turn cooldown, similar to this, which has a 2-turn cooldown. I don't know why they give you these alternate means of doing damage, and they decide, let's stick a cooldown on it. Maybe if Matt ever comes back and rebalances the game proper. Oh, do I have... Where is it? There it is. There's Tsunami. Did I max all these yet? I don't think I have. I'll have to work on that later. Anyways, yeah. That is the entirety of the arena. And the data bunker rewards. So it is in your best interest to effectively just come out here and do all this stuff. Where are my nanomachines? There you are. Click, click. Yeah, we need to spend time and forge these up. And I'll probably need to spend time and make some more money, too. Bless status. We got some satin from some of the monsters as well. Boost damage of earth skills. And here's the real reason you want to use this with Lance if you're going to use him. Death resistance, stagger and confusion resistance, or immunities, let's call it. And it also ignores defensive buffs, and it unleashes Saw Blade while attacking. Which just... It works really well with... They work really well with each other. And I mean it. It's just... Oh, it's so beautiful. Anyways... Let's go ahead and... let's get our all reliable team comp back up, because I need to finish this off. Because there's a few chests there that I missed. Give me... Where are you? Give me Viking Mono, Goat Horns, give me... We have Eagle Eye? Where's Eagle Eye? There's Eagle Eye. I'll just use Eagle Eye. Give me Naughty AP, give me SP, give me SP Regen, give me the Fuzzy Eyebrows. I have to redo all my flares and stuff off screen. It's nuts. Support No Legs. What do I want to do with you, young man? Well, first things first, Matt, get this ridiculous thing off and put on your put on your curse imbuement. Hi. Alright, I'll figure that out later. We got our team comp. Let's go kill this squid real quick. I'm on 0, right? Yeah, I am. Let's go. What are you even wearing, no legs? I am the Grand Wizard No Legs to you, young missy. And I'll teach you to respect my namesake. Besides, I'm the one giving you haste. So I'd like a little bit of respect around here. Here. Oh yeah! It also I upgraded that, I hope. It also since it halves all cooldowns, Encore will become only 1 cooldown. So let's use all your good stuff even quicker. And I mean all of it. You'll see. It means I believe if a skill has 1 turn of cooldown, it unfortunately doesn't work with 1 turn because it can't half the 1 turn. Let me see here. Does it display? Yeah, see 1 turn there. So it also makes firecrackers have a bit less of a CD as well. Just a bit, though. Go ahead and give you that. And as you can see, I have a chance of getting triple crits here. I am going to switch Lance out. I'm going to switch to Lance. I'm going to go ahead and get my stagger up on everybody. We're going to see if we can pop a triple critical hit live on camera. So there's your triple crit setup. Good luck, brave, stagger, and bad luck. Now you want to use something that has a high critical hit rate, like say this. It doesn't matter the typing and the like. So we get 1 shot at this. Damn it. And crits, triple criticals will be shown as 2.5 rather than 3. Looks like I'm going to get 1 more chance. Hiya! Yeah, Lance actually has some pretty good unleashes in his repertoire when he's properly buffed and everything. Oh, we're not done yet. Well, excuse me. What are you guys weak to? A lot. Alright, let's have some fun. Is this dress a little necessary? Natalie, this dress is super necessary. And you're going to learn firsthand why. You are going to learn firsthand why this dress is necessary. Here's her setup that I got with her. Pure Dark DPS. Rough 'em up! Look at that damage. Just casually hitting 100Ks. This is a setup you'll also need to run with Natalie if you wish to capitalize on the 30 million damage badge. Or maybe it's only 10 million. It's some kind of huge million. But you have to stack basically everything. Ow, stupid geysers. Accuracy, 60%. Let's feed you a cupcake, because I'm a sadist. Sensitive stomach. What about you isn't sensitive? And there we go. Everyone dies. Some just need a little help. Yeah, throw the nanomachines on Natalie, and she can just pulsar every other. She can pretty much just pulsar every turn if you feed her enough apples, which is really nice, I would say. We have the jewel hammer, so now we can pretty much go and get all this stuff. At last. There we go. Uh-huh. Do I have everything? Pretty sure I do. Yeah, we're good to move on. Alright, I'm finally done with this area. I can finally move on, and I can finally move on with my life. Well, okay. My life in this game still isn't done because we have one more place I have to go clean out. And then we're basically done with the side quest areas. Well, I say that, and then I have to remember this guy. Hello, I am Grand Wizard No Legs. How are you today, fine soldier? Now, where are we headed to next? Why, the next time we meet, if I can find where... Hello there. The world is square. We gotta go through all this! Oh, and to make matters even worse, near the entrances to all the bosses, 5-wave enemy fights. So yeah, get ready for that. Until then, however, this is Ragnamune signing out. You guys have a great night. Thanks for watching, and unfortunately, I must retire the outfit of Grand Wizard No Legs. Because now, excuse me, because now I gotta figure out what to do with all of my gear. So, I'll see you later. Take it easy. I had to pay a tithe to get in there. See ya.